background about? Hmm? Right when it was about to start, like, unmute all that, my dog just decides that there's something outside he just has to go and growl at. No idea what it is. I mean, it's the middle of the night. But he is very protective. Thankfully, it seems like he's calmed down a bit. But yeah, so last time, we basically got reunited with Sheena. She came back, and Colette now isn't a murder robot anymore, which is good. So, we basically, to just remember correctly, yeah, we just snuck into the city. It's the sewers. That was a really long sewer section. So, but yeah, so we need to get to the lab. There's an elemental research lab somewhere in here. I'm gonna guess it's probably behind one of these gates. Shida, it's you. Kuchinawa, why are you here? I'm on a top secret mission. What about you? I'm actually in a bit of trouble, actually. I'm in a bit of trouble, actually. My friends and I need to get across the bridge. Friends? They're not from Mizuho. They're from Silverant, actually. Lloyd, everyone, this is a friend from Mizuho. His name is Kuchinawa. Sheena and I grew up together. Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you. I'll go talk to the people in the laboratory. So this is the right place. Good. I figured the gate would be a good giveaway. Let's go along and listen too. That's insane. What's wrong? Listen to this. They want us to go across the sea in an elemental cargo. An element what? Elemental cargos, typically called EC. It is a compact transportation vehicle controlled by X-spheres.
Its maximum load weight is 1,400 kilograms, and maximum speed is more than 3 times faster than an upgraded X-Sphere-equipped carriage. They are currently used primarily by shipping companies for delivery services.
Hey, what are we, a package? The elemental cargo absorbs mana from the atmosphere and ejects it into the air, producing a counter-reaction that propels it forward. So if we use Undine for that, we can get an EC that can surf. Surf? Isn't there any other way? The bridge is closed. You don't have the necessary identification to use an ocean liner. And to top that off, there are 2 half-elves with you.
Not that again.
That's the kind of world Tethal is. We too hardly ever get to leave this building.
I wonder why everyone can't get along.
Well, as long as there's no point in getting all gloomy. So, will you make us that modified EC force?
If you wait a day, we'll have it ready.
Okay, well then, let's go rest at my mansion.
The Pope's minions aren't going to be waiting for us there, right?
We're gonna have to spend the night in this city, so it doesn't matter where we are, it'll still be dangerous.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mentioned in the noble quarters to the right of Castle Tethala. I'd be conspiring. It's a conspicuously big building, so you can't miss it. I cannot read today. Alright, let's see what items we get. I miss you, honey. You know I'm a half-elf, right? She just gave me a squid? What is that supposed to signify? Hello, madam.
Oh my, now, chosen one.
Just give me months. Oh, this is the slums. How are you, madam? What? Ah, thank you. Ma'am, I feel kind of bad taking items from the poor people here. Might not be a good idea. Should have gone gambling. There was a cute flower seller in here, but I guess the rumors were just false. And I'm a traveler with no sense of direction. I got lost somehow I wound up in here. Hello, beautiful. What the? Lemon Joe.
Serious off limits. It's my secret base.
Okay. I really love when you get to an area in a JRPG and just immediately the music sets a completely different tone than the area next to it. Maybe his place is over here. Hi, you're charming. Chosen one, are you out for a walk? What items are for sale? Wait a second. Okay, so anti-magic bottle counteracts magical elements during battle. Temper increases attack. Interesting. Attacks against physical elements reduce attack. Encounter rate, increases encounter rate, see charms, okay. Oh, you know what, now that I think about it, I probably have to go up those stairs. Hello, my beautiful rosebud.
Ah, Chosen, you're out wandering again.
Haha, that's a literal child, dude. Chill. How are you, madam? Chosen, I'm glad you see you well. Thanks for the dark bottle. But yeah, I guess I do have to go up the stairs because he said it was in the noble district. Hello, princess. Chosen one, will you play with me? How are you doing? Oh, please, stop teasing. No more apples. Hi, beautiful. Chosen one, how are you? Egg. going to the Coliseum. How about purchasing a new weapon? Okay. Oh, hi, cat. So let's see here. Is all of this just gonna be? Yeah, it's all worse than what I've got. I can make a red shield. I just have to unequip the Omega shield. And then when it comes to the I think I can make, yeah, okay, so yeah, for some reason I thought that they wouldn't just go and charge headlong without a care in the world into the city, the way that it seems like they're going to. It's like, ah yes, we went and snuck in so that we wouldn't be detected, but and whatnot. But now that we're actually in the city, just like strolling around, talking to everybody, there's just guards everywhere. Who cares? It's fine. It's fine. Yo, can I like compete in the Coliseum as a wanted person? I know, right? Only the guards at the front care. Okay, might as well save. I missed you, honey. Chose the one. You look well. I'm glad. Miracle gel. Interesting. That sounds really good. Yeah. Yo, that's a good gel. Yeah, it's like the only person. I guess now that I think about it, like whatchamaniamit was Lloyd's little thing here? No, this isn't the same post wanted poster from the previous place, just because it actually looks like him. It's not like a weird abomination this time. Okay, so is this armor? It is. Okay. Interesting. Alright, I don't want to go and spend all of my money. Yeah. It's like, we can only handle one person being wanted at a time. After that, it's just kind of impossible. Like, it just can't be done. Oh, that's right, the Elven Protector. Okay. Who is that for again? Okay. Okay. So, where the heck is your house? Is it even further up? On the side, you may summon spirits into research subjects as well, yes? Yes, in order to use mana as energy, it's most efficient to study the summoned spirits themselves. Fascinating. In what way are these entities known as summoned spirits created, and what effect do they have on the world? I oppose summoned spirit research. Okay, why? I just do. Corin suffered painful experiences during the experimental stage. Oh, that's right. Corin is a man-made summoned spirit. Fascinating. Uh-oh. Come back here this instant. We better avoid the castle. Yeah, maybe we should just avoid the castle. Is this it? No, okay. No dinner party either, it seems. Life bottle, thank you. Okay. This is not the place either. It's gotta be one of these, though. Alright, Tascasita. My evening's doing pretty good. I, just started, so, but in the past couple of streams, this game basically turned into an isekai. Welcome home, chosen one. Yo, I'm back! I'm back. Anything happened while I was gone? I was instructed by the Pope and the emissary of His Majesty Tethala, the 18th, to report as soon as the chosen returned. Yeah, well, you can't just ignore that. Yes, sir. And what is this, the guest? Ah, and who was the guest with you that was the two swords? My bud. Just make yourselves at home. If there's anything you need, sir, bud, please speak to me. My name's not Bud. It is now. Smells nice. No, what? Is it weird for me to be looking at flowers? He said that this fireplace ignites by one touch. What's one touch? Good question. Milane Wilder. It seems this is a portrait of Zealous' mother. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it early this time. These presents are tributes from my honeys. Oh, it's so hard being popular. Dude, you're like constantly being buried underneath like items from people just talking to random women in the streets. I feel like it goes beyond just being popular at that point. But say you're pretty. Pretty? What is that? I'm complimenting you. I see. Then you are pretty too. This might take a little bit more work, Genus. Best of luck, I guess. Probably need to talk to the butler, I presume. Oh, there, he's over here. Will you be retiring to bed now? Go to bed. Go to bed, Lloyd. You were in the sewers. Take a shower. Okay, then let's go back to the Elemental Research Laboratory. Colette, what's wrong? I think I slept wrong. My shoulder feels stiff. Are you alright? Yep, sorry. On the way back. There was a dog. I must find dog. Your dog. Bark! Ah, it's Pudding. She's so cute. I missed Colette being able to go and name random dogs she comes across. I'm glad she has a soul again. Alright, I need to go down another level. We literally just walked right past the castle with zero ramifications or problems. Welcome back. Everything's ready. Where's the EC? Kuchinawa carried it away already. Kuchinawa got it? What? I thought Kuchinawa had talked to you about it, but I guess she didn't. Go to the artificial beach on the right side of the Grand Tethala Bridge. Kuchinawa will be waiting for you there. Also, take this with you. Oh, hi, Sigurd. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? It's a wing pack. You store the EC in it. In this? Is the small elemental cargo that small? I see. They don't have wing packs in Silverend. Man, your guys are a bunch of country folks. Gee, sorry. Don't get mad now. I'll show you how to use it later. Come on, let's get going.
Wait just a second. Come on out, Corinne. Woo, do a flip. We're going to be gone for a while, so say goodbye to everyone. It's all right. It's all right. They aren't going to be doing any more weird experiments on you. Corinne, how have you been? Look after Sheena for us. I hate this place. I have Sheena, so I won't be lonely. Corinne, don't talk like that. Goodbye. I turn into smoke and leave. Goodbye. I guess Corinne still hates us. I mean, we only experimented on her. I'm sure that it's a wonderful sensation. So my dog is doing a silly little thing where he wants to be pet, but like specifically by like my feet. Like he just wants me to rub his back, like his hind legs or whatever. And so he like is standing right in front of my chair, and it just kind of whined real quick. I'm just like, you're so spoiled. All right, where was the little manhole I think we used? It was over here. Yeah, the poor abused doggo. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't think I thought just no would be staying. Okay, quick jump, yes. Thank you. I do not wish to partake in more sewer level. Thank you very much. What are you doing, huh? Huh? Dog. But yeah, Sigurd, this is my first time playing this game, so...
Don't worry, leave it to me.
Yeah, I'm way more familiar with the other Tales games, but this was one that I didn't really end up really throwing myself at until I started streaming. It's been pretty good though, so far though. I really enjoy it. Is this not the dock?
Kuchinawa should be waiting for us at the bottom of the right staircase. Okay then, let's go.
Let's see here. Yeah, no, I noticed that my my voice was peaking a few times, so I tried to mess with it a little bit. Hold on. Yeah. Honestly, getting a good like balance on sound is really tricky. Especially because I don't feel like I have a good like sense of what's loud or not. All right. How does it sound right now? I can turn it down a little bit more in game probably. Just yeah. I am now speaking in a tone in which might make it a bit more easy for you to tell whether I am too loud or too quiet. I am speaking for an extended period of time so that I might get a response and not have a moment where I stop talking and then there is a question of, oh, actually I cannot hear. That has been my sound test voice.
It is locked.
You're right. I'll take care of it. There you go.
Wow, Lloyd, you're amazing. At least he's useful for certain things.
His face loses out up to mine, though.
What does my face have to do with anything?
You can see the bridge. Yeah, I get battle sounds are definitely loudest.
Oh, you're right. Are these decoration-looking things X-Spheres?
That's right, Colette. That bridge is operated by X-Spheres.
It's a bit gross-looking.
It certainly is grotesque, although knowing where X-Spheres come from, I'm not sure it's appropriate to describe them that way.
You're right.
Just put a bunch of Philosopher Stones from FMA on the wall. Alright, let's see here. Is there a... Alright, let's turn that down a little bit. Is it mostly just the music or the sound effects that's too loud during combat? Man, I can't wait to board the EC. Lloyd sure is carefree about this. No kidding. It's ridiculous that we're going to be riding over the ocean in something that was designed as a land vehicle. You think so? It sounds like a lot more reliable than those wash tubs. Wash tubs? No way. Don't tell me that in Silverent you cross the ocean on wash tubs. Just thinking about those wash tubs is making me sick. Just sail in the ocean blue in a bathtub. Alright, I turned down the sound effects in battle, so that might help a bit. Well, I'm sure I'll be in the world map after this bit. It took you long enough. This is the EC. Okay, Lloyd, try using that pack you just got. Like this? Oh no. I have the power of Animal Crossing in my hands. Wow, that's incredible. Wow, how does it work? Why do I feel like I've seen this before? Ah, nothing. See? It fits inside. It disappeared. It's amazing. This is so cool. Let's try bringing it back out. I can't wait to get to my village. That's enough goofing around. How about getting on your way? Yeah. Alright, I can't wait to make use of this EC. This is so great! You know, you'll just get bored with it in no time. Yay! Let's go out to the sea! We're going to the sea, aren't we? Let's get going then. Off to Silback. Sheena, take this with you. A protective charm? Yes, be careful. Acquired Kuchinawa's charm. I wonder if that's an actual... Undine! Because she fights with charms in her hands. I feel like it would be surprising if that was an actual weapon. This runs on the power of water pixie sprite. Little glitter bits. EC control explanations. You can get on board to the EC from any of the piers located in various places on the field map. Just turn. Just do it. Camera's normal. B to get off. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's not. It's a key item. Okay. All right. So. This thing drifts really hard, I feel like. Come on. It's right there. You're inside the pier. Go. Thank you. I'm honking my horn at you because I can't ride my dog here. Alright, so, where were we headed to? Okay, so, okay, so yeah. I guess we probably still can't go through the forest. May as well just ride around. Let's check out the sound.
Not much of a specimen.
Okay. How's these battle sounds sound?
Pretty good, right?
That's good. Doesn't it bother you, Colette? What? You know, being the chosen. ... It's your own life. Don't you wish you could live it the way you want to? I'm living freely. Everyone is searching for a way so I don't have to sacrifice myself. Dot dot dot. But what if there isn't any other way?
Well, we'll worry about that when the time comes. Even if I lose my body, my heart will still be free. So, I want the world to become a happy place, just like my heart desires.
You're amazing, Colette. I could never be like that.
No. I just talk like that. If it really came down to it, I'm sure I couldn't do it. Dot dot dot. I'm a pretty pathetic chosen.
No, you really are amazing. Compared to you, I... And then I ended the conversation to stay mysterious. Did you like that, Colette? Does it make me seem more attractive to you? I'm going for the whole mysterious swordsman vibe. Is it working for you? Why? Let me pass through. Let me through. Let me go through. Can I go through? No, no, you will not let me through. I see the rock. I can see it. I cannot pass through. All right. Well, this is indeed a big circle that I currently exist inside. Yeah, it's funny because like pretty boys in anime are very it's like I feel like most of the ones that are really good looking aren't the ones that are like drawn like explicitly to be that way. Like Zelos, like I don't know what he's thinking like with that bandana, for example.
You're gonna regret this.
Like his face is all right, but like I feel like I mean, to be honest, the worst thing about him is probably his personality, but like that's a whole other discussion. Can we go through the woods?
Not much of a specimen.
I also feel like it doesn't help that like no one in this art style has like a nose for the most part. Like some of them do. Like Lloyd is probably like the best at actually looking like he has a nose. But like some of these other character portraits just are like nose wear. Like Zelos, he looks more like Lord Voldemort than a pretty boy. Like just take off the wig and there you go. Okay, well, I still would like to go through the forest. Where do I go now? Is this because I made fun of you, Zelos? Is that what this is about? Okay, so I can only sail to this port. I guess, well, maybe I need to go... There's not an... Oh. I'll swing by the city. Yo, these bats are spinning. I'm just over here attacking random nonsense. Nope, not the bag. Don't need it. You know, I'm really glad you can turn off moves that you don't want the AI to use, because I feel like otherwise, Colette would just use Sacrifice all the time without me wanting her to.
Are you trying to take Colette away?
I have no intention of fighting you inside the city.
Do you have any intention to join our party again? You're in your old uniform. Ow!
You still lack the skills to defeat me.
You just pointed at me and I fell over.
Don't insult me!
I merely speak the truth. Chosen One, if you wish to live, you must remove that worthless key crest.
No, I'm never taking it off. Lloyd gave this to me.
Foolish sentiments.
I mean...
He wasn't after Colette?
He's trying... like they want her to die anyways. Like, what's the problem with wearing the necklace? It's like, take off the necklace and go back to being a murder monster so we can put the soul of our ancient god inside you and you be dead. Like, no, I don't want that.
Man, what an arrogant SOB. Talking as if he knows everything.
While we're on the subject of ways of talking, why don't you do something about the vulgar language?
Yeah, I mean, you said SOB. Just think about imagining what that stands for. I can't stand it, Zelos.
Anyway, Lloyd, we must go see this Kate person.
Sheena's like, this is supposed to be a PG-rated, psychologically scarring adventure.
Yeah, let's get going.
Oh yeah, secret passage. Was it sewers again? No. Was it? What? Yeah, it was sewers again. Oh, it's always the sewers. It's you. We've saved our friends and came back with Priscilla just like we promised. Yes, you're right. That strange mana produced by the fusion of elven and human blood. You really do have half-elf friends. You see, Lloyd? This is how you show them you're not racist. Just show up with your friends. They're like, see, look, I have a half-elf friend. That's all it takes. I've heard this story. Priscilla's creating a crucius crystal inside her body? Yes, that's correct. We call it the Angelus Project. The Angelus Project? That's the project my mom was involved in. The X-Sphere itself is nothing special. It just has a special key crest placed onto it. This key crest delays the X-Sphere's parasitic process, which can take place over a few days or up to several decades. It seems this can cause the X-Sphere to mutate into a crucius crystal. Is the parasitic infection of the X-Sphere the reason why Priscilla's emotional response is so subdued? So she's just like Colette. If we leave Priscilla like this, what will happen to her? When the parasitic process is complete, she will die. It's horrible! Please save her! What did she ever do to you? Nothing. She hasn't done anything. She just matched in the compatibility test. You promised. You're going to save her, right? Yes, I know you didn't discriminate against half-elves. I'll keep my promise. Kate, are you sure? If you do that, you'll... A promise is a promise. In order to save Priscilla, speak to a dwarf named Altessa, who lives in the deep in the Garachia. I would like some Garachia sauce, please. Forest. There are dwarves in this world too? Yes, he and I participated in the experiment by the order of the Pope. Sheesh, not that pathetic old man again. Don't call him a pathetic old man. Oh my, that's unusual. Have elves siding with the Pope. I'm not siding with him. Anyway, have Altessa repair Priscilla's key crest. Lloyd, can't you fix it? To be honest, I can't even tell the difference between this and a normal key crest. It'd probably be faster to search for that dwarf, Altessa. Then it's settled. Shall we head for Garachia Forest? Yeah, though, could there be a connection between the Pope and the Designs? Yes, I'm wondering about that too. Alright. Yo, is this door right here still okay. Yeah, no, it's still blocked. Yo, do those guys just think we're still hanging out down here? Even though we left for like a day? Alright. Okay, yeah, RTP is fine. So now the game will finally let me go into the forest I've tried to enter like 4 times now. Karachi Forest. This man did not wish for me to enter the forest.
I got it. With I bless field barrier. No splendor of thy sonic sword blade.
Party-wide defense up.
Charge. Thunderblade. Are you okay? Sword blade. Holy song. Sonic sword blade.
Come on. There we go.
Soul thing.
Ladybugs, the mightiest foe in this world.
All help.
All right.
Okay. Come on. Whoa, this place is creepy. Wow, it's dark. Colette, you're awfully cheery. I'm sorry. Whoops, it's the Papal Knights. Zealous the Chosen, you are in the way of the Pope. I've known that since I was a kid. That makes things simple. It is time for you to die. Yeah, Crocodile in general is a pretty good, like, tough mon. I can only imagine him being the size of a skyscraper must be like.
Hunting beast.
Come on. Ow. Why are you wailing on me, huh?
Are you okay?
Come on. These are beefy boys. There we go.
Photon. Angel feathers.
Supersonic thrust.
Eruption.
Fierce demon fang.
Ready? Field barrier.
Break through that defense.
Spread it wave. Are you okay? Thanks.
Now that I think about it, did they did. Oh my goodness, this is like the 8th time. New spell. Ice Tornado, that sounds... Oh, I remember you freaking... Somebody used that on me and almost murdered me.
Just as I expected.
The power of fried rice compels you. We won, but what are we gonna do now? Bury the bodies. What else before they bring in reinforcements? We'll get the heck out of here. But to where? Perhaps Altessa's place? Exactly. Kill the plant.
All right, let's go.
Field barrier.
Supersonic thrust.
Eruption. Found your way.
Sonic.
I can't concentrate.
There's just some. I just really enjoy having a constant, regen effect in RPGs.
Are you okay?
So convenient.
Holy song.
Sonic sword blade.
Are you okay? Ready? First aid.
Anger point. Oh no.
Warming up.
Yeah, that does sound like a bad time. Alright, worm. There's more sorcerer ring shenanigans in the forest?
Reveal thy glory.
Like supersonic thrust.
Are you ready? Angel feathers.
Come on. Ow, ow.
Wanna charge? Thunderblade.
Come on, ghost. Give me TP back.
Light. Photon.
There we go.
That wasn't too bad.
Okay. So what's it gonna be this time? This time it emits light. It's like a lamp. What do we use it for? This forest is dark, so there may be some plants that react strongly to light. Okay. That plant did not react strongly
This
to
is
the
gonna
light.
be a piece of cake. Pretty good.
Oh,
No
you
way.
okay? Cast that purifying light upon his corrupt soul. Judgment!
Hunting beast.
Pancake time! Oh, Holy One, cast thy purifying light
Use your
upon his
pancake
corrupt
powers,
soul.
Genus. Okay, so yeah. So I mentioned this on Twitter, but my
Are you okay?
I ended up coming to a decision
Just as
with
I expected.
SMT5 that like I think I'll probably be fine delaying it. My guess is I'll probably treasure chest. I'll probably end up deciding to play it sometime in December would be my best guess. The Karachi Forest used to be just a normal forest a long time ago. Oh, really? But then one day, a thief hid a stolen treasure deep in the forest. Treasure? What kind of treasure? Is it the fun kind? It was a jewel worth several billion gold. He slaughtered everyone. So anyway, he slaughtered everyone who came looking for it. Well, that's terrible. It's horrible, even. Over time, the forest became stained with blood, transforming it into a cursed place, haunting by the lingering resentment of the people killed there. Ugh, are you serious? You're just trying to scare us, right? Even now, when travelers enter the forest, the thief's ghost comes to kill them. And the ones he killed also seek to increase their number. Ah! Gee, not even 3-year-olds believe stories like that these days. So, what is this? The bar is filling up. Okay. Wonder what this is all about. But yeah, just because like I feel like whatchamaniam
This
it.
is gonna be a piece
Unless
of
I were
cake.
doing it during my like daytime stuff, like I don't think I would get very far in SMT5 for a while, and I don't want to go and interrupt my normally scheduled Trails in the Sky and Tales of Symphonia playthroughs.
Are you okay?
So
I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
there we go.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
What type of Delmas again? I forget. I'm not super familiar with the Crown Tundra DLC. Okay. Ghost Grass. That's an interesting combination.
This is gonna
All
be
right.
a piece of cake.
So it's just like a supercharged treant, I guess. Probably like a special attacker or something like that. So
Like that.
Photon! So that's the weakness.
Okay.
Are you okay? First aid. Oh, Holy One, cast thy purifying light upon
a slow physical attacker. Interesting.
Not
Interesting.
bad, am I?
There's a couple pretty slow ghost types, but in general, I'd say the typing is pretty fast. Witch's Robe. Probably not used for Lloyd. There we go. I have no idea if I'm actually going in the right direction or not. I'm just kind of going and hoping for the best.
one fight after another.
The one that you got technician with.
Sorry. Are you okay?
Okay, good.
Purifying light upon his corrupt soul. Judgment!
I get the one problem I'd say is I'm pretty sure Ghost resists bugs, so those moves would be neutral.
Light! I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
And
You picked the wrong
did.
guy to mess with.
More fried rice. Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Scyther learns wing attack, so it makes sense that Scizor would too. It's funny because like with Scizor, I don't even really think about the flying, like the wings or anything like that on him. I just immediately think of like those giant pincers going and murdering stuff. Is this are we almost there? Is that what this little road is signifying? We're just going in circles, I think. Yeah, this is not working. Okay, so going backwards doesn't immediately take me back as well, so... okay. See, I feel like things are like slightly changing. Maybe? Oh, that's not good. Come on. What am I missing here? Okay, so I'm getting like a encounter flicker over here. What's going on? Because like if I go back, I'm back over here with all. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Okay. I'm going to just presume that is not the way. Or I need more information.
Purifying light upon this corrupt soul. Sonic sword blade, light, photon. So that's the weakness. Don't laugh. Like impossible. Judgment. How's that?
Oh, Judgment finally did some damage.
Lesson.
The first time I tried using it, I just ended up getting a bunch of, like, it missing. You can walk through those plants, plant man?
Are you okay? Pretty good. Holy song. Are you okay? First aid.
There we go.
Ice tornado. Sorry. Wait, I got it.
New spell.
Field barrier.
Item mover. Is that like a steel move again?
That was just warming up.
Yeah, I forget. Hidden ability. I don't think hidden abilities just like spontaneously show up without like some finagling, right? Like there has to be special conditions for those to show up. I'm talking about like hidden abilities on a Pokemon. Like I'm not super familiar with the that's nothing. I'm not super familiar with the end game like sort of like Pokemon building in Sword and Shield. But I'm used to like hidden abilities coming from either ability capsules or whatchamacallit it, like breeding.
Are you okay? First aid. Are you ready? Angel feathers. No way. Don't get in my way.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. If I remember correctly, I think the Dexnab was something similar that had a higher chance as well. What's this thing? It won't open. It's sealed by some type of power. You shouldn't fiddle with it. It looks like... I don't like the looks of it. But what if I fiddle with it anyways? Okay, well, oh, okay. Oh. I tried.
Be careful, everyone.
Here we go!
Eruption. Found your weak photon. Angel feathers.
Hunting beast! Hunting beast!
Ready? Field barrier.
I always love it when that move goes and hits multiple people.
No way! Hunting beast!
Holy song. Are you okay? First aid. Ready? Sharp pancake time. Stalagmite. Great whirlwind.
This flower's trying to be a boxer. I'm not sure if I approve.
I'll help. Pretty good, right?
The thing thinks it's a breloom. Where am I going? Okay, well here's a memory gem spot, so
This
I
is
must be
gonna
close
a
to
okay.
a boss.
Supersonic thrust!
Come get some air thrust.
Like that!
Great whirlwind. So that's the whoops. Pancake time.
No way!
Stalagmite.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
Alright, I'm going to swap out you with Priscilla. Alright. Okay. I hope this is a boss. Voice?
I hear something. Footsteps from far away.
I don't hear anything.
Colette still has her angel senses.
They're definitely footsteps. Also, the sound of clinking armor. There are lots
Well, there's
of
the
them.
reinforcements.
It's coming from that direction.
That can't be good. Altessa lives over there. Could it be more of the same guys from earlier?
I'll send Corinne out to scout.
Zoom. Oh, you dude. You again.
That's the guy from the Meltokyo sewer.
Man, it's just one thing after another with the Pope. Am I really that much of a problem to him?
I do not wish to fight you. I just want to speak with that girl.
With Presea?
You've got to be kidding. Or did you forget that you tried to kill us?
Makes it a little awkward.
I cannot speak for any others. However, I, at least, never intended to take your lives. My orders were to retrieve a girl named Colette.
Me?
I will do you no harm. Presea is her name, correct? Please, let me speak with her. An X-Sphere. You are yet another victim?
Touch me.
Presea's in danger.
I don't know what the heck is going on, but we have to stop this guy.
We have no choice but to fight.
Yo, this is the same music that played when we fought Sheena for the first time.
Barrier.
Yo, the little spinning portrait for this dude is not could look a little bit better. It makes it look like he has a mustache. Oh, he does have a mustache.
Sorry,
Wait, I died. I guess that's what I get for talking smack.
Understood.
Sonic sword ring.
Is it supposed to be his upper lip?
Nurse.
There.
Eagle to
Hunting kick.
Are you
Hunting
okay?
beast.
Like first aid.
Fierce demon fang. No way.
Eagle die.
Ready? Sword field barrier.
Eagle to spin kick. I'm sorry.
Devastate.
My dude
I wanna
combo.
go home.
He sounds like he has reasons for his actions.
Yeah,
Perhaps we should take him prisoner?
I mean, he seems
sure
like
he has much
a
to tell
kicker
us.
so far, so I'd be totally down if he joins the party.
Sheena, there were a lot of soldiers and they're all coming this way. Run away quickly.
Yo, wait, is that Timmy Turner?
Looks like Colette was right.
The footsteps keep getting louder.
Shouldn't we get out of here?
But the Papal Knights are waiting for us if we go back.
It looks like we have no choice. I'll take you to the village of Mizuho.
Whoa there, Sheena. Isn't Mizuho a hidden village, kept secret from outsiders?
But we'll be trapped
I
from
know
both
that
sides if we don't do
the
something. There's nothing we can do but take shelter in the village.
You know, now that you've pointed that out, Sigurd, I can totally hear Robin in him. Yeah, I know a lot. I know at least in terms of the voice actress that did Timmy Turner. She was in a number of anime games. Like most notably, she was Riku in Final Fantasy X. And like a couple of other games. So yeah, she was. So it wouldn't surprise me if it just turns out like a lot of these VAs from, you know, the early to the early to like late 2000s just kind of were also the ones doing all the anime voice work at the time. Because there's definitely like a set of anime voice actors that like did eventually go and take over everything, but I think this game might be early enough that they didn't really have like as wide of a group of them. Like, you know, it's not like you're going and hearing the cast of Lucky Star or like Fate Stay Night in like every game at this time, you know. So, though Mr. Blue Hair Dude, I have heard him in a number of other anime games. So,
Okay. Please show us the way, Sheena.
let's go, Titans.
He's zealous. Carry the big guy for us.
Me? You want me to carry this ogre by myself? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Here, I'll help. Zelos will have a hard time by himself.
Aw, you're so nice, Colette. We Chosens have to look out for each other, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's lighter than I thought. I can carry him myself.
Colette getting those angel gains.
Huh, I see.
Men are so useless these days.
First Lloyd with Priscilla, now Zelos with Colette. The men in this party just really have it rough.
Come on, we need to go.
Not to mention Mustache Not Mustache going and getting carried around as well. Where in Karachi Forest is this Mizuho Village? I can't really tell you. We'll be there soon anyway, so just be patient. I see you Mizuho people are as secretive as ever. It's to protect our unique culture. If you don't like it, you can wait in the forest. You've got to be kidding! I'll pass on being left behind the forest of death. Odds of surviving alone in Karachi Forest 25%. I did the math. Ouch! Don't say stuff like that, Priscilla. Priscilla. You'll be fine. You look like the type that just won't die. I'll second that. What? You know what they say. The pretty boys die young. Incorrect usage detected. Correction necessary. Priscilla! Yo, get beat up by a little girl. There's a cutscene over here. I need it. What's your fighting style called? Oh, I'm a Guardian user. I fight with special cards infused with powers. Guardian user, huh? When I first met you, I was surprised how you could fight with a piece of paper. When dwarves create accessories, they carve charms into them, right? It's similar to that. I see. So if I buy some charms and if I buy some paper and draw some charms on it, it won't work. It's a secret art. Darn. If you really want to learn it, you could become one of us. How do I do that? Well, like marrying.
Okay. What? I just need to marry, right? No, I mean, if you want to, then, I mean, I just need to marry someone in your village, right? You're so insensitive. That portrait right there. Hey, man, if I have to choose of shipping Lloyd with anybody here, I choose Sheena. Just kind of going down the list, Priscilla, she might have a personality when she loses her Crucius Crystal, like you know, robot times, but I feel like, again, she's probably a bit too young for him. Obviously, Janus' best friend. I'm not a big fan of the, like, oh my goodness, Sensei's so attractive, I just can't handle it. Like, you know, I'm just not into, like, the teachers in most like JRPGs where you can date them. Colette is a nice person. She's a good friend. She's also way too naive and very airheaded in a lot of the dumbest ways. Personally, while obviously the end, like, ship or whatever is going to be Lloyd and Colette, like, that's just how these games work. But, like, if I had to choose, obviously it'd be Zelos. I mean, who are we kidding? Zelos, look at that Voldemort nose. He's just so attractive. What can I say? No, it'd be Sheena. I feel like she has, like, the most interesting, like, background and, like, character of this group, though she does suffer from being a tsundere, but at the very least she's not a violent tsundere. Like, she's not going to be like, oh no, you looked at me, and then just, like, beats you up, and they're like, what are you doing trying to even talk to me, Babaka? You know, she just seems like somebody who doesn't really know how to deal with, like, romantic feelings from, like, a genuine place, because she's probably used to dealing with Zelos and his BS. So it's like, the few moments we go and see where she's like, getting a little bit flustered around Lloyd is pretty endearing, and she hasn't really done anything, like, stupid yet to go and ruin that. And on top of that, Summoner is always a really fun, like, character type. And I'm glad that the summoner in this game isn't the one trying to get killed by, you know, some ancient pilgrimage like in Final Fantasy X. Like, there are a lot of similarities between this game and Final Fantasy X. I don't know which one came first, but ultimately, like, they're very clearly different entities. But as soon as I realized that, like, they're going on a quest to these different areas, and each time they go, they unlock a new ability and new powers, and it enables them to go and fight down the thing, and at the end of the quest, then the going and completing the thing goes and, you know, kills you and all that other stuff. I'm like, this is Final Fantasy X. They're kind of straying away from that with, like, Tetheala and stuff with the crystals and whatnot, but it's like if both Bandai Namco and Square Enix were given the same writing prompts, and this is these are the two different, like, things they came up with as a result. Welcome to the mystical village, Mizuho. Are they Mizuhoians? Mizuhoans?
Sheena, what is the meaning of this? How could you bring outsiders into the village?
Orochimaru!
I am prepared to accept my punishment. Inform the Vice Chief. I've brought the travelers from Silverant.
From Silverant? You are from the dying world of Silverant?
Well, except for me.
I see. Sheena, come with me. The rest of you, wait in front of the chief's house.
I feel like we're about to get assassinated.
Oh, he's awake.
Where am I?
You're our prisoner. And don't try anything funny.
I like to think that I'm smart enough not to start trouble when I don't understand the situation.
Hey man, we don't know you. Oh wait, let's...
Let's commit crimes against humanity. Okay. Are the women here immune to Zelos? No, they are not. No, you're that's not right. Next year you say it's fine, it's fine. Oh, okay. I think this lady was trying to do some roleplay with Zelos for a second. He didn't get the memo. Hi, beautiful. The show's even more interesting in person than we've heard. Ma'am, dude, Zelos, she's at like a shrine. Like these are for like the safety and well-being of children, and you're just trying to flirt with her right now. It's a little girl. Okay, this is even more important. Hold on a second. Dog.
Ow! Bark! This one feels like Tiggy. He's so cute.
There we go. The most important part has been taken care of. Variety shop. Look at all these cards. I feel like it would be a waste not to get Shuriken while I'm here. Why do I feel like I have a Hydra Dagger? Earth Dagger. Do I have a Hydra Dagger? Aqua Brand. No, I do not. Okay. You are male. Ninja! Scoundrel! It's always guarded so that no strangers may enter. The wall on my right has a hidden door. If you enter from there, that you won't be driven away. Oh, okay. This is so extra.
Travelers from Silverant, you may enter.
Thank you.
Our leader, Chief Igaguri, is ill. I, the Vice Chief Taiga, shall speak on his behalf.
So wait, his name is Taiga. But, okay, so this is definitely before the age of going and doing Japanese Romanji for names. Cause that looked like Tiga to me. Okay. We got the Palm Top Tiger over here from Toradora.
Because Sheena failed to kill you, we, the people of Mizuho, now face persecution from the Tetheala royal family and the Church of Martel.
Yeah, but they suck anyway, so...
Is that true?
Yes, at least from what I've heard.
Now I have a
Yo,
question.
there's a dude lying down asleep in the background. Is he okay?
People of Silverant, what do you plan to do in Tetheala, the land of your enemies?
I've been thinking about that for a long time. Someone asked me why I came all the way to Tetheala, what it is that I want to do. I want a world where everyone can have a normal life. I'm tired of people having to become sacrifices. I'm tired of discrimination. I'm tired of people becoming victims. I'm tired of it all.
You are an idealist. The worlds of Tetheala and Silverant flourish only by victimizing the other, so long as that structure remains the same. Anything you say is mere sophistry.
Okay, so let me give my plan to you, Taiga. You might not have heard of this before, but you know, what if we just go and kill God? I mean, JRPGs don't do that very often, so it might be pretty like tricky to like do. But what if we find Yggdrasil and we go wapa, and he just kind of like keels over, and then we give him a noogie, maybe a swirly, and tell him, yo, fix this world you made. It's really messed up, and he has no choice. His hands are tied, just like the blue guy over there. His hands are tied, and he has to do what we say. That's my plan. We just beat up the guy who made the universe. Easy, no problem.
Then we need to change that structure. This world was made by that Yggdrasil guy,
See,
right?
Lloyd gets it. He understands my plan.
If a human or elf built this, then we should be able to change it as well.
You speak like the hero, Mythos. He was a sublime idealist. He ended the ancient war by insisting there was a way for the two warring countries to coexist in peace.
I feel like their voice is quieter than the background music.
Are you saying you can become the next Mythos?
I'm not Mythos. I want to save the two worlds my way with the help of my friends.
I see. In other words, you aren't worried about following past methods. Well then, we shall search for a new path as well.
Good old-fashioned the ancient art of sound balancing.
Vice Chief, do you mean...
It's definitely trickier in older games.
Yes, we will use our information network to aid you. In return, when the path of prosperity for both worlds has been found, we wish to move our people to Silverond.
But I don't have any right to decide something like that.
All we need is for you to aid us in our move.
All right, I'll get a moving truck for you, guys. There we go. No, we can put you on our boat that can like pop in and out of reality.
Is everyone okay with us joining forces with the people of Mizuho?
If it will change the relationship of the two worlds.
Well, it doesn't sound like a bad deal.
Let's hurry up and decide so we can go rescue Persea.
As long as Tetheala is safe, I don't care what you guys do.
Okay then, it's settled. We're going to look for a way to change the two worlds.
Zealous is just like, I'm fine going and like fighting the Pope or whatever. Like, I mean, if I can just like still go back home and hit on chicks after this is done, like I count that as a win.
Let's work together.
Agreed. Then I hereby order Sheena to continue to accompany you.
Thank you.
This time, however, not just as an observer, but as a representative.
She was already doing that.
Yes, sir.
But Taiga, you sure you want to turn the royals and the church against you like that?
How about if I ask you, given a choice between the forces which wish to sacrifice one of the worlds, and the force that wishes to preserve both worlds, which would you side with?
I'd like to say the one that's likely to win, but I suppose I'd want to help the side that wants to preserve both worlds.
Exactly. Now the first thing we shall do is devote all our resources to locating the Riards. Fortunately, it appears that Sheena attached a guardian to the Riards, so we should be able to locate them shortly.
Understood. Thank you for your help.
Is he for real?
For real? Yo. The Phantom Thieves, for real?
What's your name?
Regal.
Regal, huh? I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to keep you prisoner for a bit longer.
Lloyd, how about letting Pops here fight too?
Even though he might betray us?
He has business with Persea, right? And he's not gonna try anything before he gets a chance to speak with her, you know?
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Rain?
I don't know about this, but I won't make a fuss. I also started off as your enemy.
Well, will you fight alongside us for now?
All right.
Yeah.
I swear upon my good name and these shackles that bind me, I shall not betray you.
Okay, but why are you still bound?
If you do anything, even the slightest bit suspicious, I'll burn you to a crisp. Got it?
Well then, welcome to our group, Regal.
I feel like Colette has like negative self-preservation instincts. So he does not have a mustache. Can confirm. The voice is so much higher than the background music, and yet it's still. Alright, so Regal, what do you use? Okay, so you fight with those. Okay. We'll put you in the party for a little bit. Let Genus get some rest. What? Why is why is the prisoner's ability that like shops are better for us? What? Can I sleep somewhere? I hope they can find the Reards. The Reards, right? Mizuho's intelligence network is nothing to sneeze at. They'll find them for sure. Yeah, I've heard some incredible stuff about the Mizuho intelligence network. Supposedly, they know the location of all the treasures in Chetheala. You bet. If we really when we really want to, there's nothing we can't find out. It sounds like a great thing to have on our side. I wonder if they could research the measurements of all the girls in Tetheala for me. You stupid Chosen! Why do you exist? Why are you like this zealous? Can we sleep here? I'm tired. I wanna sleep. Yikes. Yikes. It seems the pursuers have left the forest. Make sure you should hurry. Alright. Let's head to Altessa's place right away. I want to go home to my village. Alright. Oats first then. Yes, Priscilla's parents are probably worried about her. We should head to Ozette. Alright, well, let's go ahead and use some orange. No, not you. There we go. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's just there. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back into the forest. Actually, let's save on the field. There we go. And then we'll go back in. Grab a flashlight just to be safe. And then we go back to the field. Okay, so there is a little town here. Oh, is that? Here we go. That was easy. You live in a tree town? It's a quiescent village. Oh, is that? Why do I feel like something really sad's gonna happen now?
Huh? Yeah.
Her parents are probably dead, aren't they? Well, you know. I go and use some gels, and then I can rest. Isn't that just the way? Oh yeah, I feel like every, every other cutscene, somebody's leaving the party. Bark.
This one feels like a Kelsey. Her tail's so cute.
That's certainly a name.
Say, Regal, why do you keep those handcuffs on?
They're a symbol of my crime.
A crime symbolized by handcuffs? I know, you're a handcuff thief.
Lloyd, are you dumb? I mean, how dumb are you?
Oh, that's not it? Then you ran around causing trouble by putting handcuffs on people?
Lloyd, I'm sorry. I suppose I should have said it in a way that's easier to understand for an idiot. Goodbye. This conversation is over.
Thank you. Are these guests as well?
Porters.
Oh, I see.
Presea, we have to make a key crest for you.
My job awaits. Goodbye.
Where are you going?
Only Presea can retrieve the sacred wood used in the ritual at the church. I'm quite pleased that she has finally returned.
That man, he's a half-elf.
He is? Now that you mention it, didn't we see him in Meltokyo too?
He's creepy.
I agree, but I gotta say that I feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he has to deal with the fact that there are magnificent specimens of males around like me.
Zealous.
I'd say you two are on the same level.
I heard that, you little twerp.
At any rate, we should have a talk with Presea.
Yeah. The smell.
Look.
Oh my... How horrible.
What the... This is not cool.
How could this happen?
Most likely the effect of X-Sphere's parasitism. Presea has no idea what's become of the person in that bed.
How could that?
Presea, are you not coming with us?
I must do my job.
Let's leave Presea here for now.
Here?
If we try to move her, she will just fight back. Let's go see Altessa by ourselves, to ask him about repairing the key crest.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do something about the corpse first?
That weird guest of Presea's. He was in Meltokyo too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this.
I can sense the smell of blood on him. Let's hurry to Altessa's place.
It's dangerous to leave Presea with that man. We have like 7 people in our party. Just leave some people behind.
Colette, are you alright? Yeah, I stumbled. I'm so clumsy.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Wait, is this spot just...
You're gonna regret this.
Yo, lightning swords! Am I close to getting a new moves? demonic thrust. Okay. Combination of demon fang and sonic thrust. Okay.
Just as I expected.
Okay, so yeah, I literally can't go anywhere. Okay, I'll test this house. Here it is.
Who is it?
Are you a robot?
Excuse us. We've heard that there's a dwarf living here. Is there any chance we could see him?
You desire a meeting with Master Altessa. Please, come inside.
Did this dude build a waifu?
Who are you people?
My name is Lloyd. We've come in regards to Persea. We heard about you from Kate in Cyback.
Leave.
What?
I don't want anything more to do with that girl. Get out of here.
What was that all about?
I apologize. The Master does not want to get involved with Presea.
Why? He doesn't care if she dies?
It is not that. It is because the Master regrets what he has done.
I know, right?
Please.
I don't know why
save
Caps Lock.
Persea. All she needs is for her key crest to be fixed.
My best guess is because so this is sound really dumb, but so in Japanese, right? When robots talk, typically they use the second of the three alphabets they have, which is katakana, which is typically used for like foreign words or sound effects and stuff like that. I've seen this with a couple of other series before, where because katakana is very jagged, it gives off more of a robotic feel to it, more of just like a it stands out a lot more. And so my best guess is that her lines were in katakana, and they didn't really have an idea how best to represent that like difference in like formatting beyond just going and putting her in caps lock, because caps lock, you know, is more jagged.
I do
sometimes.
not know if that would truly be in her best interest.
Why? How could anything be worse than living in that cruel condition while waiting to die?
If you are that committed, then you should search for inhibitor ore.
Presea's key crest isn't made out of inhibitor ore?
Correct. Her crest is...
Tabitha, what are you doing? Get rid of them.
I apologize. I must return. Please come back again. I will attempt to persuade him.
I apologize, for I am but a robot. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Where can we find the inhibitor ore?
I've heard it's mined in the mountain range that extends between Altamira and the Ymir Forest.
Yo,
I would like
Ymir?
to help if you're going to create a key crest for Presea. I can lead you to the mine.
Just what is your relation to Persea anyway?
There is none.
Yet you sure seem concerned about her.
Well, either way, you haven't done anything suspicious so far. You're welcome to come along with us.
Inhibitor ore is found relatively near the surface of the X-Sphere mine. The mine I know of is across the sea from here, on the southern continent.
You said Altamira, right? That place is awesome. Let's stop by there on the way.
We don't have time to hang out at that gaudy resort.
The sea? We're going out to sea again?
Right.
Okay then, let's go.
Rain certainly has her priorities in straight.
Yeah. Let's hurry.
By the way, this has been bugging me for a while now. Haven't we met somewhere before? Fine, ignore me. Not very friendly, are ya?
That Tabitha girl was a little strange, you know? Really? How should I put it? She reminds me of you. When you lost your heart and as part of the angel transformation. Perhaps it is because she did not engage in respiration. What? Are you saying she wasn't breathing? Are you serious? So it appeared. I suppose she could have undergone heavy training to breathe silently, but... Don't tell me she's an angel too? She didn't seem like a bad person. We can't be too careful. We don't know what robots are. Okay, so let's head on. Oh yeah, there's a shop up here, I think. You're all with her, aren't you? Her? Persea, you were with that monster. Don't call Persea a monster. What? She hasn't aged a day for the longest time. What are you talking about? That's not all. Even though her father is dead, she won't even make him a grave. She's a monster. Half-elves are nothing compared to her. Will you guys take that monster and get out of this village? I'll thank you for it. You won't regret it. How could you say that? Oh, so you're saying a child that never grows up isn't weird? Well, but there's no reason why Persea is like that. Or there's a reason. Huh. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't change how freaky she is. I doubt you outsiders would understand. Outsiders. It's true that we didn't watch Persea stay young while everyone else turned into old. But that's not Persea's fault! It's the same reason half-elves are persecuted. Yes, if half-elves could live apart from humans like the elves, things might be different. But half-elves have no choice but to live in human villages. And the humans experience the difference in the passage of time, and are constantly reminded of the fact that we are different species. Let's say Persea, nothing good can come out of it if she stays this way. Wait, where'd the guy go? He went this way, but this is just a cliff. Doggy. This one is Sammy. Sammy, here, boy. Let's get some ingredients. That's one of those weird things that happen in RPGs sometimes. Well, just video games in general. Where it's like, alright, I'm leaving this way. Bye. And then you just look which way they went. And it's like, wait a second. Sir, where did you go? No, you see, I had a secret parachute the whole time. X-Sphere Mines, Right. What's wrong? Something wrong with that? Surely you know about it too. X-Sphere Mines in the vicinity of Altamira. What else is there besides the Toys Valley Mine? Ah, that one's connected by tunnel to Moira? Moria? And if that's the one, think for a moment about who it is that owns the mountains in that area. I guess it would have to be the Lazaretto Company, but so what? Oh, brother, is your chest the only part of you that's well endowed? You better shut up or I'm gonna smack. Don't say that after you smack me, sheesh. My dude, please, just stop talking. I don't request much from you. Just stop. It's like the dude. Alright, see a task of Scyther. It's like the dude will literally always pick the worst dialogue option in every chance he gets. Okay, so I think. Let me double check the synopsis.
Alright, Alright, so we need to get the ore. If the ore was mined on the southern continent. Okay. So I'm curious, I see this little blue dot on the map. I want to know what it is. Whoa, that was a slide.
Between Derek and Altessa, I wonder who the better craftsman is. How should I know? As far as I can tell, Altessa possesses more advanced skills. Heart is more important than skills. Dad would never abandon someone in need. You're getting upset just because he's your father. I mean, yeah. Yo, Lloyd, you need to go and tell this man the Dwarven vows. Temple of Lightning. Yo. Let's do this one later. We haven't even found the research yet. Alright. Aww, but I wanna fight Lightning God. Anything else over here? There is a cutscene. I thought Tetheala would be a lot more different. Like how? Like no one would be hungry? And they'd all wear really nice clothes and always be smiling. They're wearing nice clothes. But there are people who look dirtier than us. I guess Tetheala isn't a perfect world after all. Yeah, you're right. There are humans, elves, and half-elves, and not everything is perfect. I still don't know who. Have we met an actual like elf? Like I feel like every time it's like a half-elf or a human, but not an elf. I guess that's reality. I'm going to work harder. Huh? This is reality, but I want the world to be a happier place, so I'm going to work harder at it. Yeah, let's do it together. That's a good friendship. Motivating each of you to get better, be a better person. So, it looks like that rock is in a place where I will not be able to reach it until probably I can fly. Are dwarves rare in Tetheala as well? Altessa's the only one I know. So he's alone. He must be lonely. Hey, what's wrong? No, I was just wondering what my dad's been doing right now. Lloyd's getting homesick. No, I'm not. Alright, so southern continent. Probably over here. Oh. Well, not over here, but we're already here, and I'm just so curious what the little port, if that blue thing is a port, like I think it is. Is this a, this is, yeah. Zoom. I finally found the turbo button, guys. I'm drifting. Can we land over here? Don't mind me. I'm not seeing a port for this island. Which means... Alright, so southern continent. It's over here. I need a port.
Port. What's with Stonehenge? This thing is so drifty. I feel like I'm going around the wrong part of the islands. Let's check out the other side first, because I feel like I'm more likely to have success this way. This is so drifty. Ah. Ah. Okay. Turn. Okay. So there's a rock. Oh my god, this nonsense again. Okay. How do I get to the freaking... What kind of nightmarish abomination is this vehicle? Alright, well, over there it didn't work, so let's head... I guess we'll go check around this side of the island again. Turn, thank you. Whoa. Here we go. Here's a dock. A dock, at least. Probably not the dock, but hey, I'm on land. I'll take it.
New foes.
Ready? Field barrier. Try this. So annoying.
There we go.
All right.
Sky SC Abbey? Welcome to Southeastern Abbey. I never thought I'd get a chance to actually say that. Alright, time to flirt with some nuns. Oh my, you mustn't. Visitors at this room Abbey, this is unusual. Welcome, my beloved. Now chosen. Is this like a house of salvation? This is such a tiny little spot. So, looks like I can't do anything here. Which is a bit unfortunate. Alright. Back to wandering the wastes. Here we go. Dock. Tunnel. Is this it? Is this the place? Am I finally here? Let's check over here first. I think, based off of the skit, that tunnel is actually where I need to go.
Ready? Field barrier. Silver seal. Fierce demon fang. Supersonic.
Eagle. Redemption still eludes me.
What's over here? Any rocks or the like? Can't. Oh, I can go up this hill. Okay.
Let's begin the research.
Come on.
Are you okay?
I feel like I'm doing a lot of damage against these enemies, which is nice. But it's also one of those like I'm not over leveled, right? Yo, why are you red?
I was just warming up.
Anything at the end of this island?
All right, let's go. Hunting.
Barrier. Ready? Supersonic thrust! Silver Seal! Ready? Supersonic thrust!
I was just warming up.
Good, level up. This little patch of grass area I can walk around, you go so far. It better actually be leading somewhere.
Supersonic thrust! Are you okay? Get in my way! Supersonic Are you okay?
Crescent, Eagle,
No way!
Spin Kick.
Ready? Silver Seal! Sonic Sword Ray!
Eagle, Spin Kick.
Sharp Demon Fang!
There we go.
I was just warming up.
How far does this little patch go? Up to here. Okay. Well, that was thanks game. All right. Holy bottle. Set me free. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. Oh well, at least I know the tunnels right over here. Shouldn't take too long to get there. Treasure chest. Rune cape. Okay. Nothing over here, right? Is rune cape it is, okay. Interesting. Yo, that's a okay, so that gives magic. Okay. Well, that's nice at least. It's a good little item. Oh, leave me be. You see these sparkles? That means don't touch. Go away. Alright, so the tunnel over here will be examined after I... Okay, so this is Toys Valley. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that is where I'll need to go. I just want to check out this side now. Because obviously, by the sound of my horn honking, you can tell I do not have the ability. This small little cliff is blocking me. Okay. Okay. I'm a patient person. I can take it. I'll just honk my horn at you. What the heck is this? Wow, so this is a sealed bind. Is that sealed bind? It sure looks like it might have a ghost or two, don't you think? Will you just be quiet for a little while? What's with you? Don't get mad, Sheena. This isn't good. What's wrong, Regal? The door's guard system's out of control. Someone must have destroyed it when trying to force their way through. Then let's bust it up even more! That's our Lloyd! That's an easy to understand plan. Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Well, if Floyd says so, I'm
It's fine with me. Are you sure? Don't blame me if it goes wrong. Honestly. Uh-oh.
What an abnormal size.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. We're going straight into the fight? Please do not lose.
Understood. Impossible. Hunting. Are you okay? First aid. There. Rush. Like fire seal. Sonic sword blade. Like that. Are you okay? First.
Thank you.
Like hunting. Beast. Are you okay? First aid. Like fire seal. Supersonic thrust. Take. Sonic sword blade.
So what's... I can't attack the guard arm, it doesn't look like.
No way. Sonic sword blade. Swallow. Ready? First aid. Sonic sword blade.
I feel like I'm about to get smacked.
You okay?
Or not.
Sonic sword blade. Swallow. Eagle dive. Light. Swallow kick.
Eagle dive. Spin kick.
Sonic sword blade.
Careless. Spin kick. Crescent. Eagle dive.
Here we go.
Not a chance.
Understood.
Eagle
You're
dive. Spin
kidding me,
kick.
nurse. Guardian. Supersonic. Are you okay? First aid.
What's your health look like?
There.
Oh, nothing.
Like that
Alright, you're
way.
dead.
All right.
Mithril, interesting. Okay, good work everyone. Now let's go get that whatchamacallit. Inhibitor ore. Yeah, come on, let's go. They're all so violent. Okay, but what if I step out real quick and I save? No. Yes. So I don't waste 20 minutes of wandering. I saw an examine prompt here earlier. There we go. Level 1 X gem found. Okay. Nice.
You're in for a world of hurt.
Yo. Big rock boy.
Like photon. Fierce demon bang. Like supersonic thrust.
Try this. Lightning dragon.
Yo, that's a cool name.
Sonic thrust. Photon. Hunting beast. You picked the wrong guy to.
Okay, so what am I close to learning? Demonic Thrust and Demonic Tiger Blade. Okay. Alright, and I should be fine picking this up just by using, like, I don't need to switch back to the level 1 moves, I don't think.
This is gonna be a piece of cake. Are you okay?
Eagle. Spin kick.
No way. Are you okay? Like the things.
Swallow. Eagle. Spin
This
kick.
thing takes so much HP.
All right.
Hey, they dropped melange. Which, isn't that... Yeah, that's the good stuff. Alright, orange. 1 orange, please. Thank you.
The machines in the mine are built quite sturdily.
This was a mine from the ancient times. These machines are also from that time.
What? Rather than preserving ancient relics, they're still actively using them here?
Well, I suppose you could call it that.
Blasphemy! This cannot be allowed! Bring me the one responsible now!
I'm sorry. Dude's like, I'm not the one who did it.
It looks like we could jump over this.
No way, that boulder's in the way. What if we kick the boulder? No, come back!
Why are the machines running?
This is an automated mine, so it runs by itself. Well, I don't really understand, but it sure sounds convenient.
Oh, I simply must disassemble and analyze this!
So, anyway, ignoring her for a moment, where's this inhibitor ore? The tunnel with the inhibitor ore is up ahead. If we get on the elevator platform, it should take us there. Once it comes back... I just had a feeling I should go this way.
This is ridiculous.
It's one of those, oh, they put a mechanic here? I'll just go and do it like before I know what it does.
You're kidding me.
Yo, what kind of weird nonsense is this? Yo, that thing has like 8 eyes. Ew, no.
Just as I expected.
Doesn't react at all. Well, let's write this thing down. Okay, Ooh, ramp.
Let's see if numbers will make up for their lack of strength.
Okay.
Hunting beast! Photon! Serpent! Fire seal! Take! Heavy tiger blade! Heavy tiger blade! Like the fierce demon fang!
Swallow kick!
Supersonic thrust!
Goodbye, worthless enemy.
Okay, let's go up. And... chest? Saint Rapier. Ooh. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. Who uses this? You do. Interesting. Interesting. So much for my electric swords, but hey. I'll take it. Sand Saber. Okay. Is that... yeah, that's for you. Okay. Killed
I don't
Slide.
care for pointless battles.
Sonic sword blade! Here we go!
I missed.
Photon!
That was my own doing.
Sonic thrust! Like a heavy tiger blade!
How do you like that? Are you okay?
Fierce demon hunting beast! Supersonic! All right.
Boom, 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 boom. What could this do this time? Let's try it out. Wait. The sorcerer ring was used here to blast rock. Don't use it carelessly. Blast how? When you use the sorcerer's ring, a condensed ball of mana appears. If you check in layers, the ball of mana explodes. If you're next to it, if we're next to it, we'll be caught in the explosion. Gotcha. Let's use it carefully and boldly. Okay. What if on you? No.
Let's see if numbers will make up for their lack of strength.
Supersonic thrust! Photon! Fierce demon fang! Sonic sword blade! Sonic sword blade!
Are you okay?
Supersonic thrust! Like sonic sword ring.
Are you okay?
I'm curious. If I just... Because... I know that demonic thrust. What if I just switch this over to normal sonic thrust? Let's see.
I got it. Purify.
Sonic thrust. All right.
These bombs are made out of pure mana.
Yes, I don't understand the details, but apparently that's how it works.
I wish I had a magic spell like that.
Yeah, you can't break boulders with your fireballs, or push buttons either. But I can turn you into toast. Want me to give it a try?
Oh, whoa, hey, it's the top!
Not much of a specimen.
Fierce power bang. Fire seal.
Proton!
Heavy tiger
Don't get in my way!
Sonic fierce demon bang. Run.
Are you okay? First aid!
Rising
No
eagle
way.
die.
No way!
Dumb golem.
All right.
Memory gem. Great.
Man, there's a lot of them.
Sonic thrust. No way.
Proton!
Fire fierce demon bang. Like heavy tiger.
No way!
I have an idea of what they need me to do. I get the impression I probably need to, now that I've broken the thing, go back
That
down,
wasn't too bad.
get the fire thing to go and switch the track back to normal. And then I can take this over to the other side, drop off Le Bomb.
Let's see if numbers will make up for their lives.
Are you okay? First aid!
Swallow eagle die.
Sonic
Are you okay?
Eagle die.
Sonic thrust. Like Sonic fierce demon bang. Like
Ready? Nurse!
Get over here, Bat.
Rising eagle spin kick.
Sonic sword ring. Hunting beast.
Swallow eagle.
Alright.
Goodbye, worthless enemies.
Who's good at risotto? Alright, you can do it. Genus? Alright, so now we go up again. Let's ride this over. Now we go back across. Ride it back down. We get the bomb again. Then we head back down. There's the bomb. lift back up. Hop across. And we ride over. We ride on time. Alright, what's on the other side? Yep, like I thought. Whoa, there's a boulder here too. Let's blow it up like the last one. I do like the confetti that comes out when you blow up stuff. Iron greaves. Okay. Is there going to be an accessory? No, there. Oh wait, no, he fights with greaves. That's right. Okay, do do da da do do da da boom ba da do do. Oh, there's a chest right there. Did not notice. And it's battle suit. I got one of those last night in Trails in the Sky. Are you just like a kid? What's this thing?
Hey, you loser! Whoa, it talks! Of course I talk! You'd better watch your mouth!
He's not very civilized.
I'm on a journey to find and eat a potion.
Eat? Are you sure you're talking about a potion?
It's something that's only for adults that makes them feel good.
It seems he really does mean potion.
Do you any losers have any?
Does anyone have potion? I'm afraid not. If we'd known something like this would happen, we would have brought some Palma potion. Flanora has a famous drink called Flanora potion. And don't forget Mizuho's famous Mizuho potion. I guess we don't have any choice. Let's go buy some. Maybe some other time, kid. I don't want to go all the way back. Alright.
Let's see if numbers will make up for their lack of strength.
Hunting beast!
Crescent, eagle, spin kick.
Sonic Struck! Attacker! Fierce demon! Like
Come on, get out of here.
Sonic Thrust! Like that!
Move.
Sonic Act! Photon! Sonic Hunting Beast! Swallow! Power Seal! You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Risotto. Okay, so... Uh-oh. Boulder. Whoa, that was a close one. What was that? I'm sorry, I had forgotten. There's a trap to stop intruders. Pay attention to what you're doing. There's a switch on the wall ahead. If you press it, the bolted switch should stop coming. Whoa, what's that spinning thing? That's a Neplus Procura. You can't mean the great Professor Neplusa's... Yes, it is a device made of concentrated mana in physical form. Normal attacks cannot harm it. Then we can't get past. I'm sorry, but if we could strike it with a powerful impact. Powerful impact, huh? What if bomb? Oh wait a second, Alright, so we need to basically do a thing so that it will give us... So, turn that thing, the boulder, so it'll hit the weird dude. Little block. Thunder Cape. Okay. Okay. Boop, boop, boop.
Man, there's a lot of them.
Sonic Thrust! Power Seal! Power Seal! Annoying! I call upon the Maiden of the Mist!
Yo, you
I summon thee! Come, Undini!
Ready?
Oh, Undyne is a heal. I know that. That's good to know.
I was just warming up.
Super pellets. Well, I guess the thing to manipulate is not going to be up here. Come, follow me, Locke. Be lured by Lloyd. Squish. You know, I'm curious if that thing is like powder or if it's actually like, I feel like that's one way down. It's in pieces now. Oh, my precious sample. Professor, what are you doing picking up the fragments? Shut up. What is it, Professor? I wonder what this is. It looks like a chakram. Let's go ahead and take it. Evil Eye. Interesting. Ooh, interesting. Kills the weak with one glance. Okay, so it's basically... Okay, so it's basically one of those things that will go and do like an insta-kill. But only to, like, lower level enemies, probably. No! Yeah. Phew. Oh. X gem level 3. This is the inhibitor ore mining area. So which one's the inhibitor ore? Let's just search the area. There may be some leftovers in the wooden boxes. Well, please, I'm not going through all those boxes. Let's just blow them all up. I agree. That sounds like a horrible idea. I know it can't be helped, but we sure wind up at going through lots of caves and tunnels, you know. What's up, Lloyd? Lloyd, you're bored with caves, aren't you? Bored? No, it's not like that. Right then, gotta find the inhibitor ore. Of course, we have to rescue Presea back. We have to restore Presea back before normal as soon as possible. You know, I didn't think it would legitimately blow up the baddies. Inhibitor ore was found. Great. This is the inhibitor ore. We did it, Lloyd. Now we can save Presea. Yeah, all we have to do is now prepare this. How long will it take? To be honest, only a dwarf could do it right. But if I carve the charm directly into this, I think it'll serve in place of a key crest. If that's alright, I can make it right away. Wait just a little bit. I think this will do. Later, once Presea has returned to her normal self, let's have Dad or Tessa make a real one. I understand. Then let's return. It's unbearable to leave Presea in that house steeped with the stench of death. Yeah. Alright. Alright, I think I'm gonna end here. Because I feel like we're about to, once we get back to Presea, there's gonna be a big old mess of stuff that's gonna happen. So, next time we will go and hopefully save Presea, unlock her emotions, but I can already tell you it's gonna be a big mess, considering all the stuff she's basically been unable to really notice or react to because of her Crucius crystal. So, either way, thanks for coming by, everyone. It was fun chatting with you all, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.